think I did see something. So that's how we got connected. Sure, I'm sorry. What's your name? And what's your question? Well, I can
today? Oh, okay. All right. There was some opening of the house, right?
Well, yeah, but I don't know whether or not it's a place. Because they had pushed it back a few times. Because they had pushed it back a few times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you know what? Let's look at it this way. The difficulty we had before was there.
Really?
My name is Amina Clark, and I'm a volunteer at Turning Point. I'm going to read out 2 poems that were written by a youth group member named Tiffany Swazi, who wasn't able to come here today. The first is called Have I Lost My Way? I pray all day and all night for the end of the suffering, the end of their plight. I pray for the end of the war, the bloodshed, the end of the terror, the fight. I pray for the innocent lives at stake, and as I do, I question myself. Am I a fake? For if I'm not, what actions did I take? Did I preach and not practice? Tell, not show? Oh Allah, please tell me what I need to know. Did I just sit and pray, hoping the suffering will end someday? Did I not try to end all that's gone astray? Try to fix what's in dismay? Did my deeds fall into darkness? Do I have time to repent? Or is it too late? Have I lost your guidance, your love, your light? Is there a way for me to strengthen myself, a chance to make it all right? I sincerely hope, I sincerely pray that I will rise one day and do what should be done, by practicing what I preach, by practicing for what I pray. The second poem is called Simply Me. Looking in the mirror one day, I began to wonder, what do people see when they look at someone like me? Do they think of me as that girl with a smile? Say, she's so small and fragile. Don't they know I'm smart, strong, and agile? What do they think of the way I dress? Do they think of me as one who's oppressed, suppressed, maybe even depressed? Let me just make it clear, that's not true. So here's a hint, I'm giving you a clue. I'm just trying to pass life's test, trying to show I'm one who's modest. Do these people want me to take the blame of the deeds I didn't do? Because me, I'm not going to propagate a false claim. Do they look at me and say, hey, there goes a terrorist? But let me just say, I'm simply Muslim, not an extremist. What do these people wonder? Are they just waiting for a blunder so that they can tease even though I'm at ease? Because simply put, I'm a Muslim. I am me. And everybody, that's something I'm proud to be. Number 125. The greatest challenge our Prophet Muhammad faced was spreading the message of Islam. He was no stranger to persecution or oppression. But with great courage and dedication, he managed to create opportunity out of every challenge he faced, the fruits of which we see today, as our religion still exists and our ummah still thrives. It was through beautiful expressions, beautiful language, and his beautiful character that the Prophet, peace be upon him, created these opportunities to fulfill his God-given role as a messenger. So tonight's program is filled with beautiful expressions, beautiful language, and beautiful character. You will hear from filmmaker and singer Knight, youth group members Ashwaq Pradush and Amina Khan. You'll hear from artist Kehan Irani, Turning Point's own Suwaiba Karibu, and finally Javeria Arif, the chair of the Turning Point Board.
and we'll be beginning with Nzinga Knight. She's a graduate of Howard University where she studied film. As a filmmaker...
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. Firstly, I'd like to thank Robina Niaz and Mita Zaman for inviting me to participate in today's Women's History Month. The video I'll be presenting to you and the photos hanging in this room are part of As the Veil Turns, an all Black woman became Muslim right here in New York City and in other cities across America. They made a choice of self-determination, choosing Islam as a way to salvation during the 50s, 60s, and 70s, a time when there was little known information about Islam among American people. This was a time when people didn't really have prejudices against Islam because they had no idea what it was. What they knew was that it was not Christianity. The women I interviewed were in one way or another searching for something to give them peace, salvation, prosperity, and answers to their most compelling questions. Islam was the answer. Their challenge was in just being and becoming Muslim and building communities. As the Veil Turns was a humorous term that women in my community used in the 60s and 70s to describe the sometimes soap opera-like drama that was part of daily life. These communities were ones in which the vast majority of the members were new to Islam and were trying to find their way. When I first began my journey as a lens-based artist nearly 10 years ago, my goal was to tell stories about the indigenous American Muslim experience. As the Veil Turns is just a part of that. In my own life, I have experienced the transition and transformation of Muslim communities here in New York City. In 2006, when I attended the funeral of activist and artist and educator Lia Abdul Karim, I realized that on my way to the burial was filled with a car of women of ages 50 and up. They told me stories of the days when they were just learning about Islam, building their families, building communities, and they also gave me a lot of personal advice, as older sisters oftentimes do. And so I found starting in May, inshallah, then I'm going to be partnering with Turning Point to do a video program with some of the young women throughout the city. And I believe I'll be having the classes in Queens, probably at the Queens Museum. And we're starting to recruit in April, and the classes will be on Saturday, starting probably 10 a.m. to 1 or 2 p.m. and go from May to June. So in total about eight classes. So we'll be able to create a film of any sort that is meaningful to the young women, and inshallah, we'll see in September. Thank you.
Immigrants who has seen this ummah in this country rise to where it is, I have to stop and think to myself, what laid the foundations for that? What? Well, it was the Black American community. And so she should be highly commended for archiving, documenting, and keeping these stories for years to come, because let not this history be forgotten. That Islam